Hey everyone, if you enjoy the video, please consider subscribing. It will help me out a lot as a small creator. Thank you. This is the Goblin Merchant. This greasy little scumbag is a vendor in Dark and Darker. He sells overpriced mystery items that can either be god tier or more commonly, absolute trash. I will only be spending my gold with this little simp foot sniffer. I can't trade players and I can't buy items from any other vendor. Welcome to the Goblin Merchant Challenge. Hey everyone, how's it going? This is episode 3 of the Warlock Goblin Merchant Only Challenge. The last episode I got a few items, but there was a rollback since and I've lost quite a bit of gear. I quickly changed some of my spells around and jumped straight into the action. I heard someone breaking some barrels in the next room, so I went to investigate. I'm not sure where they were and the zone was pushing in, so I opened a portal to be safe. With a full inventory and not knowing where this person was, I decided to leave. After selling all my items, I gained 103 gold. I went to the Goblin Merchant and I bought a falchion, which turned out to be alright. It had more damage than my current one. I decided to sell a few more things from my stash and then jump back into the game. This run didn't go so well. Straight off the bat, I tried to push a barbarian. I was playing very rusty. He played much more aggressive than I expected. I should have put my Hydra closer to me on the corner so he couldn't push straight away. I chucked on my second best set of gear and went straight back in. This run didn't go too well either, but I don't want to cut out all of my losing fights, so I've included it in the video. I do much better after this run. I was trying to bait out as many fireballs from the mage as I could. Even though I was at a very big disadvantage, I decided to take this fight as it would be a lot more interesting. After those 2 bad runs, I moved my spells around so I was able to cast Hydra without any gear. Then I went back in naked, and ended up doing a lot better. After entering this room, I heard plate boots, and there was a fighter. I really wanted to win this fight, as I came in naked and I wanted to get a bit of gear out of this run. My Hydra hit me for a lot of damage, so I was at a bit of a disadvantage. I was trying to play as safe as I could against this fighter because I knew his crossbow did a lot of damage. I've sped up some parts of this fight as it does go for quite a while. It was a very long fight, but I got there in the end. This cleric came up right after the fight. He was trying to be friendly, but I don't trust people in solos. I was quite worried because it was a cleric, and he probably would have had full health, but I had to commit in the end. The fighter had a lot of really good gear for me. While I was looting this room, a blue portal came up, so I decided to take it with a full inventory. I made 102 gold that run and got out with a few good items for myself. I had a quick look at the Goblin merchant, but he didn't have anything for me, so I went in for another run. There were pots being broken in the other room, so I went in to have a look. There was a ranger and a barbarian teaming up the top, so I wanted to be very careful. I was trying to select my Hydra, but I think I was being too quick with it. Decided to retreat and try heal off some mobs since I was low health. After healing, I came back looking for the ranger. While I was looting the ranger, I saw there was another player, so I wanted to loot quickly and get back to safety. Was ready to fight, but the other player didn't want to push me. That round, I made 121 gold. I went into the Goblin merchant and had a look at his wares. He had a chest piece, and since I still had my default chest, I decided to pick it up as anything would be an upgrade. And I decided to grab a pair of shoes as well, which turned out to be my first epic. It's not the best stats, but at least I finally got an epic. I waited for the Goblin merchant to reset. He had a few nice pieces of gear, so I decided to grab the ring. And then I sold a pair of gloves, so I was able to afford a longsword and a pair of pants. The longsword wasn't the best, but the legs were quite nice for me. This is my gear at the end of the episode. Thank you for watching the whole way through. I know I didn't do too well at the start, but I want to include everything in this series. And that means showing my bad fights as well as the good ones. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. I do quite a few videos on Dark and Darker if you're interested in checking some of my other stuff out. And I'll be bringing out a new Goblin merchant episode soon. Thank you.
I'm the trash man. I come out, I throw trash all over my channel. And then I start eating garbage.